Hi, my name is Stephanie Carhey, President and CEO of UCI Analytic. We want to talk to you today about enterprise licensing agreements. You know, some people call them ELAs or even EAs. We think enterprise licensing agreements are an interesting business models for our partners. And why they're interesting is one, customers get to take advantage of cost savings by bundling lots of software into a very condensed price, for which, as long as they stay within the license and number of users, really allows for them to take advantage of, of savings, which is great. But the downside of ELAs is that a lot of times customers buy these licenses and then they never turn them on or they're never used. So here's the real opportunity for a partner. A partner really has the opportunity to differentiate themselves by saying to the customer, not only are we going to provide you access to a fantastic pricing structure with first-class applications that are going to help you collaborate, improve efficiencies, we're also going to ensure that you're actually realizing the value of that technology through adoption services. So here's where we think there's a new opportunity for partners. By bundling enterprise licensing agreements and adoption services really ensures that everybody's protected. The partner is protected because they ensure that the customer is consuming the technology and really driving more and more value to the customer, and the customer is excited because they actually can say that the licenses and all of these applications that they bought, that they're not just sitting in queue and never being turned on because the users are not using it. This is a winning opportunity for partners and customers to really work together to drive new areas of opportunity on both sides. And so at UCI Analytic, we specialize in making sure that every single enterprise licensing agreement can be tracked, and through adoption analytics, we can track the consumption level of every single user that's on that ELA. And by bundling adoption services into that opportunity, we're now able to tell the customer the risk of buying an enterprise licensing agreement has been marginalized to the lowest possible point of risk, because we're able to tell them exactly what they're consuming, and if they're not consuming, we can give them recommendations on how to improve the way they're using that technology, so that every year as they're using more and more technology, they're tracking the utilization and being able to tell the CFO, the CEO, or the CIO that that was an investment because we're able to show that the business is using the technology. So if you are in the business of focusing on enterprise licensing agreements, we think the next level is integrating adoption services in every single deal. It's about bundling it up front so the customer knows that not only are they going to get the licensing, but they're going to get the data and the ability to have resources that are going to help ensure that every single license is being used and turned on. This is really exciting. So we'd like to tell you in more detail about how our adoption analytics services and adoption services are really changing the game in the way of enterprise licensing agreements are being sold. We're seeing a huge opportunity for the partner community, and we'd like to tell you about how our white label services being offered to the partners can really take advantage of these new business consulting services and including them in every single one of your deals. So give us a call so we can walk you through how to change the way you do business and protect that revenue on every single ELA. Because here's the downside. If you sell those ELAs and then 3 years later when that deal is up for renewal and you haven't shown the customer that that user is consuming the technology, you're probably not going to get the opportunity to renew that contract with the customer. So we think that adoption services are going to transform those conversations with your customer. And imagine having the reports to share with your customers weekly, quarterly, monthly about how the company is using the technology, and even predicting where they're going to see growth in the way of their consuming the technology, so that IT is prepared for that growing division that's starting to use it more and more. This is really about intelligence and value services combining with packaged enterprise licensing agreements that offer a differentiated experience to our customers. We can't wait to show you how we're doing that, and we look forward to demoing our application analytics tool to really transform the customer experience. Thank you.